SQL on SQL. So I'm to move to the SQL, means Azure Data Engineer. So already everyone is moving to the Azure cloud or cloud platform.
Okay.
Because in my field I need to support 24/7. I'm fed up with that one. So I'm like to move to that Azure Data.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And how about Mahesh?
Hi, Ravi. I mean, I have around 7 years experience, but mostly in Informatica Power Center and Informatica Cloud.
Okay.
But I want to move to Azure because most of the companies, I think all of the companies, they have moved to AWS or Azure. So I just want to upskill myself.
Okay. Got it. So you are basically more into Informatica side, right? Informatica, ETL, and that background, right? Basically.
Yeah, Informatica Power Center Cloud. And recently in my company, I did a POC on Data Factory, but that it's just connecting Oracle to PostgreSQL. Just one
Yeah.
data pipeline, that's it.
See, one thing that we need to understand is Data Factory is at the budding stage because more is there in Azure when compared to Data Factory. We have this Synapse, we have Synapse Analytics, we have Cosmos DB, we have this streaming, we have this Azure Databricks. These are all the things that includes your data engineering platform, which is nothing but your modern data platform. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks. So how about money?
Hi, Ravi. Yeah, I have 9+ years of experience in middleware technology side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to to multi-skill, and I want to move into the data engineer side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because now the market is moving towards AI and ML side, right? So I I want to multi-skill with the data engineering, yeah,
Cool.
for the better opportunities in the future.
For better opportunities in the future. Thank you, Mani, for the very brief introduction of about yourself. Okay. And then Selva.
Hi Ravi, how are you? Morning.
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. So yeah, Ravi, this is Selvan from Chennai. So I work in Wells Fargo, and then I have a 17 years experience in SaaS and data engineering. So
that's great, man. That's great.
Yeah.
17 years of experience in data engineering is great. Now, why are you here is one thing that I want to understand.
Yes, so because still now I haven't worked on the cloud environment, so everything still I have worked with the SaaS and then SaaS EG and SaaS Via. So I need to learn cloud data engineering also to upgrade myself to the market expectation. So that is why my agenda.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for. I think you have a very rich experience, and then your experience will really add value to this course when we are trying to do it as a group. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Sure.
Yeah. How about Sri? This is Sri A.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Srinivas. So I have 7+ years experience on the database administrator. So include
7 years of experience as a database administrator. Cool. And what type of databases? On what type of databases you have experience, Srinivas? Srinivas, can you hear me? Bhargav, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you. I think.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
I think Sri is on. I think Sri left it. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
So I welcome you all. I think Sri is back. So Sri, can you please introduce about yourself? Okay. That's okay, fine. So thank you so much for taking your time on Saturday and making it for this Azure Data Engineering Bootcamp. Okay. So I'm Ravi, working as a data scientist in Florida State. Okay, from the last 17 years. Okay, and I'll be giving you my introduction in a very brief way, very shortly. But this is what I'm. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, we
We can.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what these are all the technologies and the skill sets I'm specialized in, mostly into generative AI, into machine learning, into deep learning, AI and ML, and then with respect to data engineer, I also do this Azure Data Engineering with um, AWS Data Engineering, and then I'm also a certified solution architect professional in AWS. Okay, I do a lot of data analytics using Power BI and then Tableau. Okay, and then my most specialization is there in the Snowflake and Databricks. Of course, Databricks is also the part of your Azure also as well, and we'll be doing this Databricks in the part of this Azure also as well. Okay, so this is my short and sweet introduction, and then I welcome you to this particular bootcamp. Okay, and within this particular bootcamp, what we'll be doing is that we'll be doing our data journey with Azure and beyond. Okay, within this particular Azure, what we'll be doing is that we'll be doing an in-depth understanding of your Azure data services. Okay, real-world data engineering and analytical projects, and then have you heard anybody has heard about this DP203 certification?
Yes,
Yes.
Azure Engineer Associate, right?
Yeah,
Azure. I
that is
already
the certification
completed.
that everybody should aim in order to complete this one. Okay, learning the things is not really going to help you. The moment once you certify yourself, then industry will understand that you have a decent working experience on that Azure, so that you have the decent chances of shortlisting your profiles and then going forward. That's the reason.
I'm done with the certification, Ravi, DP203.
You did that one? That's great.
Yes, we had internal training for 1 week and I took these. Yeah, I did the certificate. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cool. So I think you might have also heard about this DP 900, and then DP things also have you done that Microsoft Data Fundamentals. Azure
Fundamentals I didn't. Direct I did the associate level.
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Uh,
Thank you.
I have taken all the fundamental certifications like data,
Yeah,
AI. Yeah.
I think it is DP 900, right? DP 900 is also there basically in order to do
And
those things. So
yeah, I don't remember the name of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
certification.
The 900 is for fundamentals. Yeah.
900 is for fundamentals, and then DP 300 is for the data fundamentals, right? Yeah,
Associate level. DP.
associate fundamentals. Yeah. So
And also AI engineer 102 also I did associate level. Azure AI engineer.
you completed that one?
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. That's great. Okay. So what I'm saying is, it's not only that you need to do this particular course, but also what you need to do is that you need to have a good hands-on on what exactly you're doing. At the same time, if you can try to do this particular certification, that would really add some value to your profile or whatever it is, basically to your profession, whatever it is. So this is the thing what we are going to do here. We are going to discuss this Microsoft data platform. I'm not really going to talk about the course and everything, but I'm going to talk about this particular roadmap. Okay. So I just told you that welcome note, we meet the trainer, and then we'll talk about this training objectives. Okay. And then this is one thing that we need to talk about here. Importance of this data engineering and data analytics is something that we need to really look into. Okay. And then because right nowadays, I think who has completed that DP203 here?
Yes, I did, Ravi. Yeah.
Okay, money. Yeah. So since you have done that DP203, I think I think you should be well aware of this. You should be well aware of this modern data computing platform, right? Modern data computing platform versus the traditional data computing platform, right? Money,
Yeah.
traditional one. So within the traditional one, you have only the data warehouse, the old legacy reporting tools, that Informatica and all those things are there. But when you come onto this modern data platform, you should be an architect how to design these modern data platforms in terms of this data lakes, in terms of this data warehouses, both complementing each other, and then you should be in a position to ingest and then collect this structured, unstructured, and then semi-structured data. Not only that, you should be able to take the data from the batch processing, but you should be in a position to process your data in real time with the help of streaming. Okay. And then you need to orchestrate all those particular things. And then with respect to the databases, you are having something like NoSQL databases. These are all the things, and including your big data Hadoop capabilities. All those particular things will come under this particular modern data platform. That's the reason here we need to understand something like why Azure is for this particular modern data platform. We need to understand. And finally, what we need to do is that we need to start looking into this storage data engineering, data analytics, and these services here, and then learning path for a successful data engineer in Azure, and then the industry standards. These are all the things that we would like to talk in general. Okay. Now, one more thing that I thought of asking you is 6:30 a better time for you to attend the sessions every day? 6:30 in the morning or 5:30 in the morning?
I
30
would
is
prefer.
better than
Yeah.
5:30 since we are in India. So
6:30 is better, huh?
Yes.
yeah, 6:30 is better than 5:30 a.m.
Okay.
For me, it's okay because I'm in EST.
Yeah, you are in Canada, right? Canada,
Yes.
Mahesh?
Any time is tricky for me, even this time.
You are in UK, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so here, as I'm thrilled that you embarked on this exciting journey, and we'll try to explore in this bootcamp. I'll tell you what are the skills and the knowledge that you need to become the proficient data engineers. Data engineer. Who is a data engineer here? He is capable of designing the architectures, building and implementing your data pipelines, and then maintaining the infrastructure that drives your data pipelines and data lakes. That person is basically treated as a data engineer, and in the old legacy terms, it was called as an ETL developer, right? It was called as an ETL developer. Nowadays, we are calling them as data engineers. We are calling them as data engineers. So, what are all those data engineers that we need to really look at in order to perform these particular things? Is something that we need to really dive into these things basically. Okay, those are all the things what we'll be learning here. So of course we'll be asking questions. That's okay. Like I'll help them to see how this course can lead to the future success is something that is important. Here what is going to happen is that in 40 days, in a 40-day program, how can we make sure that we'll be able to complete these things? 40 days is nothing but 2 months. The day when we start by until till the day when we finish, within that particular 40 days we need to complete this particular program. Why? Because everything is going to be time sensitive in nature. Okay, so this is not avoid pressuring for a 40-day commitment. Even though if I say something like 50 days, we'll be completing this particular course within 40 days. So about me, as I've told you, right, I'm a data scientist and a machine learning practitioner trying to do this particular data project as working as a solution architect for this state of Florida here. Okay, I offer all these courses like data engineering, data analytics, machine learning, and all these particular boot camps basically, and then focuses on this maintaining these particular pipelines, the ETL patterns, and then to guide this particular product here. And then I am basically interested in this Cloudera, Databricks, AWS data analytics, Azure data analytics, and GCP. This is the thing that I do here. So I do train a lot of people on not only on this data engineering, data analytics, data science. Maybe you can attend some classes. I can share you the link. and then you can decide. See, every day I'll be taking 5 different courses. One is Snowflake and then Azure Databricks certification. Then I'll take this Power BI and then Tableau for the data analyst. I take data science for the data scientist, and then ML and AI for the ML engineers. Okay, and we are also planning to start this cyber security also as well. Okay, these are all things that we generally do here. Okay, so within these objectives, these are all the things that we are going to do here. So Mani, can you confirm these are all the services, right? What you're having in this Azure Data Engineering?
Yes, Ravi. But I don't have real-time experience. I just did the certification.
That's okay. That's okay. It is you have that knowledge. That itself is a great way to start the career, Mani.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So here, what we do is that we work on this Azure data platform with the respect to this overview of these data services. Data factory is really important because that is something that we work for Informatica as a tool. Replacing this Informatica is something that we work over here, and then we look into this Azure SQL databases. It is something like SQL Server existing on cloud. Is something like Azure SQL database we work with. Earlier, we have these data warehouses. Nowadays, what we do is that earlier we used to call that one as SQL data warehouse. Now, what we do is that we call that one as Synapse Data Analytics. Very, very important. Synapse Data Analytics. That is something that is important. And in the modern data engineering platform, we work with this Azure Data Lakes, and then data ingestion and data capabilities, and then data security and compliance is something that we really work with, along with monitoring and optimization. This is one thing that we need to look into. Okay, and Mani can confirm what I'm saying here. Azure is really good. Azure is really good at the platform, the documentation, and the navigation part. But when it comes to the runtime and when it comes to the cost of trying to create this particular free trial account, that itself is a very clumsy thing. Okay, but we'll try to figure out the different ways of trying to create the free trial accounts, and then start practicing as much as possible with respect to this data lakes. These particular things, what we do is that we'll start doing it from the the moment once we start doing these particular classes. Okay, now in this one, what we do is that let us start taking into this traditional ecosystem here. So I don't take a deep dive into these things. Earlier, right, every business is a data business, right? Bhargav, do you agree?
Yes, nowadays, yes.
Master the value of data and then embrace a open approach that we want to have here. And then customers want more value from their data, because you can see here, data volumes are going at unprecedented rates. And then the IoT sensors are really making a lot of things in this particular thing. And then data is no longer limited to the traditional data sources like databases, but it is being platformed from all these things. These are important. Social media, sensors, wearables, and then online devices also as well. Okay. So if you can see your thing, you have a smartwatch, you can have a smart ring, you have your smartphone, and all these particular things are really generating that data. That data is something that which we are not supposed to avoid. The data is something which we are not supposed to avoid, right? Okay, so that's the reason data is no longer limited to your traditional databases, basically. Okay, and then emerging technologies like 5G and further enabling the collection and processing of the data. Like that, there are so many data. The source of data that is coming here is really taking up so many things, and then data is generated, used for various applications like business intelligence, machine learning, and all these particular things. So much data is being generated. Okay, so growth is exponential from new resources, increasingly diverse, used by many people, and then analyzed by many applications. This is what is the value of data today at this point of time. Okay, now you have seen here, right? Finding the value of the data is a journey here. So basically what the data engineer will do here, the data engineer will try to take this, all the raw data from the various resources, take all the data from the various raw resources. And then what he will do is that he will start massaging the data, transforming the data into a value asset. So that is basically what is the role of the data engineer that we are planning to do in this case. Mani, you would like to add some more things to this one?
Nothing.
Okay, so there are so many things that we can see here. We can say something like we need to do this data exploration, the data cleaning that we need to do. The data integration is something that we need to work out basically, and then and then finally what we need to do is that we need to analyze and then doing these particular insights that we need to do basically on this particular data. Okay, and finally what we want to have is that continuous improvement. It is not something like you create the data warehouse or you create the data lake and then your journey is not ended over there. What we do is that we need to start giving the value of the data continuously is something which is nothing but an ongoing journey that we need to really look into this particular case basically. So often it is being undertaken like this. Databases, you have structured data. They try to do this particular raw ETL, and then they try to do your advanced analytics in the case of your big data. Has anybody has worked on big data in the past? Or this is the first time you have been? This is the first time you are seeing here.
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell something like when you need to learn this particular big data, what you need to have is that you need to have a complete understanding. You need to have a complete understanding of you need to have a complete understanding of all the technologies. You need to have a complete understanding of all the technologies in order to make it further basically. So advanced analytics are something that we need to do. And finally, what we do is that these are all the different silo tools that you are having here, because you need to work with Hadoop, HDFS, Pigger, Spark, okay, MapReduce, like that. There are so many tools. See, these tools may not integrate well and make it challenging to share insights and collaborate across the organization. That is something that we cannot do basically. Okay. Now, what we do is that data is often stored in separate repositories, which resulted in this data silos. That's what I have told you. Now, legacy data warehouses and what is being done is that they don't scale, take months to add data sources, queries take long, and then there is a cost that we need to keep $1 million upfront in order to take up these particular things here, basically. So that's why we have these performance limitations as well as we have this scalability challenges, and then the high costs that are really involved in terms of this one here. So challenge is move data across silos. The next thing is that forced to keep multiple copies of the data, and then complex data transformation and governance. Users struggle to find the data they need, and then slow innovation and evolution, and then this is really expensive in nature. This is really expensive in nature. So this is what is the real drawback of your traditional reporting platform, traditional data platform. Guys, do you agree, Mani? What you're having here?
Yes, yes.
Can you please comment on something like whether the traditional reporting platform or traditional data platform is good, or else it is having a lot of drawbacks?
Yeah, as far as like maintaining the resource cube, it will cost the high, right? In Azure side.
Yeah. So see, this is all on-premise that we are really talking about. This is all on-premise that we are really talking about here. Challenges to move the data across silos, complex data transformations, users struggle to find the data, and then this is really expensive. So that's the reason increasing data volumes is something that is being done here, right? What is being done here? Our customer challenges are then real-time business requests are coming here, new data sources and types, and then a lot of data. What you are really hearing is something like cloud-borne data is something that we are planning to do here. This is nothing but the cloud-borne data. So data is non-relational, and then we have these devices, web sensors, and socials. These are all things that you're having here in this case. This is what is the data that we use here. Okay. Now, so that's the reason what we want to do is that we want to welcome into the future. So what is the future? So Mani, you tell me whether the future is only on-premise or else it is cloud. Which one is good?
Yeah, we can say cloud.
Cloud is good because the future is the cloud or the future is the on-premise.
The future is the cloud because we
The
are
future
always
itself is
to the on.
yeah. The future itself is the cloud. So when you try to look into this particular future, what we want to do is that we just want to see something like, can I get you overhead with respect to this particular data? So it is going to tell you something like, prepare our data for analysis in the future is something that we want to do here. So this is the place where we want to come up with this modern computing platform. So why are we? What is this modern computing platform that we need to do here? What is this modern computing platform? Can anybody tell me what is there in this modern computing platform, guys? See, a modern computing platform that incorporates the latest technologies and practices for storing your data, for processing your data, as well as for the purpose of analyzing your data. These are the three things: storing, processing, and then analyzing your data. Okay. It is designed to address the challenges of ever-increasing volume and variety of data here. So you can see here, what we want to do is that, as I told you, right, we are really interested in trying to process your batch and streaming data. Once your batch and streaming data is coming, what we want to do is that we want to collect the data. There are so many people who are called as ETL engineers, right? Who has working on Informatica so far? Who is working on Informatica?
It's me, Mahesh.
Yeah, Mahesh, can you tell me like what is this diagram that is really talking about here? Can you tell me?
Yeah, normally we source the data from different sources, then
Mm-hmm.
we do the transformations based on the business logics, then we put into different target databases or files or file systems. Then reporting team or some other team, they use the data for advanced analytics or machine learning, those kind of things.
Yes. Okay. So when you said that you want to extract the data, is it a batch extract or else it is a real-time extract in the modern using Informatica?
So Informatica, it's mostly batch processing, but we have few jobs where we run it in near real time, like every
Yeah,
5 minutes. Yeah.
we run it in near real time, but this one, what you need to do is that we need to run it in real time. Okay. And Informatica, you can have the option of processing only either structured or semi-structured data, right?
Yes, there is no unstructured.
Yeah.
I think in IACS, I think new cloud it has, but not in the
Yeah.
traditional power center.
So here, as a data engineer, there are three things that you need to understand. One is data storage is important. The second thing is that processing is important. And third one is analysis is important. These are the three things that are really important: storage, processing, and then analysis. Storage, where we do is that we try to store the data in structured, unstructured, and then semi-structured form. Okay. Processing means it should be both batch processing along with it should always be your streaming also that we need to do, streaming also that we need to do. And then analysis is something like we need to use the real-time analytics for the purpose of doing your not only your online analytical processing, but we also need to use your predictive analytics also as well. These are the things that we plan to use here in this case. Okay. So this is what is your modern computing platform. So that means that a modern computing architecture with the ability to efficiently manage the data in real time and batch mode, as I what I have told you here. And then we need to start extracting these valuable insights in order to make this decision making. This is one thing that we need to do within this modern data platform. Okay. Now, so within this Microsoft platform, what you're going to have here, the first thing what you need to do is that we need to collect plus manage the data first with the help of your extract. That is what is called as ingestion. 1 minute, if somebody has. we need to collect and then manage the data, which is called as the ingestion. And then we need to transform and analyze. That is the place where we need to do all your ETL process basically. And then we need to do this visualization and decide. These are all the things that we need to do basically, this modern data platform. Within this data modern platform, so I have told you, right? What are the different types of data structures that you are seeing here, Bhargav? Can you tell me what are all the different types of data structures that you see here?
Um, I can't say. So should I? Yeah. So I've seen JSON mostly in my previous role.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
No,
so
what I'm
there
saying is
is
that you will have your relational databases. You can
yeah,
say, right?
relation. Yes,
We have
relational
this
data.
non-relational also as well. That is the second thing. We have this NoSQL also as well. That is the third thing, columnar databases. You have your streaming data as well as you're having your internal and external data also as well, right? These are all the things that we really plan to see basically, right?
Yeah.
What we want to do here. Okay, this is one thing that we do here. And then in the transform analyze, what we do here, we do this information management, we do this modeling, and then all these machine learning aspects that we really try to do here in this case. Okay, now another thing what we do is that another thing what we do is that we try to visually decide the things, like we have these applications where we want to do this reporting and analysis, all these particular things we try to do in this particular case here, like natural language processing and all those things that we do. So this is the place where Power BI comes into the picture. This is the place where your Synapse Data Analytics, Azure Data Factory, and all the other things that will come into the picture basically. So this is the thing that we want to do here. What are the things that we are seeing here? Mani, can you please explain what it is doing here in this case? What is it doing here? What is this one doing here? You have this ingest, collecting the data, and then we need to store this particular data, and then we need to prepare and then train. We need to do this one here. So as I have told you, right, these logs are unstructured, media is unstructured, files are unstructured, and then you have your structured data that exists here. Okay. Now what we do is that we use this Azure Data Factory for the purpose of bringing this data from multiple sources, and then we try to store this data into a data lake. Okay. The data lake happens to be your Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. We store this particular data. Once we store this particular data, then what we do is that we try to load this particular data into your Azure SQL data warehouse. We try to load this data into your Azure SQL data warehouse, and then using your Azure analysis services and then Power BI, what you try to do is that you can try to use this data for the purpose of your reporting and analytics also as well. This is what we do within this Azure Data Engineering platform. Can somebody summarize, Kamlesh? Mahesh, what we are planning to do here? Can you please summarize what we want to do here in this case?
Yeah, we want to extract data from different sources like unstructured, semi-structured, unstructured data. Then ingest. I'm using Data Factory, do some transformations and something, then put it into storage layer. Here it's called Azure Data Lake Gen 2. And from there, we put it in Azure SQL Data Warehouse. And then Azure Analysis Services and Power BI will do whatever it wants to do, like reporting or running a machine learning service or something like that.
These are something like that we plan to do here in this case, right? Basically, so this is what we'll be doing in this Azure Data Engineering platform. Okay. While we are doing this one in this Azure Data Engineering platform, we use this Azure Databricks also as well. So in the course, whether this Azure Databricks has been given or not, I'm not sure. We need to check that one. But we'll be doing this Azure Data Factory, the Azure Data Lake generation, and then a bit of this Azure Databricks that we use, and then finally how you can have the option of storing the data using your Synapse Data Analytics, and then using that one. Using the analysis services, how can we use Power BI? These are all the things that we plan to do in this particular course, basically. Okay, so that's what is the course basically. Okay, so only one thing is that you need to understand what is your old more traditional reporting platform or else traditional data platform, and then what are all the disadvantages what you're having in that traditional data platform, and then how we can have the option of converting ourselves into the modern data platform, and then what should we do in order to make sure that we convert your old data platform into the modern data platform with the help of these particular sources. All these particular things we really need to look into in order to make a call how exactly these things are supposed to work here in this case. Okay, these are all the things that we plan to do here in this curriculum. Okay, so I'll share you the curriculum. In case if you have any questions, please let me know, and then I'll try to answer, and then we'll take it from there. And then we can discuss on the timings, and then what are all the things. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll be able to comment on these things before we go further on this one. Okay, Bhargav, you have any questions?
No, Ravi, I'm good.
How about you, Kamlakar?
I'm good.
Mahesh?
So in order to practice these, I mean, do we have any accounts available, or we have to create free?
You have to create your free storage account. Money will tell you. Money, tell me like how many days you'll be having this Azure free trial account. Do you know Money?
Yeah, that I haven't had Ravi actually. So,
Azure free trial account is only for 1 month.
yeah.
So that within that 1 month, you'll be given that $200 credit you'll be given. Okay, $200 credit you'll be given, and then what happens is that once that $200 credit is completed, then what really happens is um, you will be converting your free trial account into the pay as you go account, so that every time when you're going to use, you'll be charged. So that's the reason we need to depend on some sandboxes in order to work on that one. But I'll tell you how should we do that one basically. So you need to have an account that need to be created in order to work on these things. Bhargav. Who has asked that question? Mahesh, right? Yeah. We need to use those things in order to work on that.
Yeah, because I have created earlier, I think it got expired, so I just want to check.
Again, you need to create. So when you are trying to create, you cannot create on the same machine, but you need to create on a different machine by putting a different credit card or debit card, as well as by putting a debit card or debit card, and then with a different email ID you need to save. Otherwise, Azure is smart enough that you are the duplicate person who is trying to create that particular account. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mani, you have any questions? Mani, can you hear me? Barku, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
Mani cannot hear me, I think.
Now we can now I can hear.
Yeah, any questions do you have, Mani?
So daily, how many hours Ravi have in the course?
The sessions will be from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday means my US time Monday to Friday. Okay, my US time Monday to Friday means Indian time it is from Tuesday to Saturday. It will be 1 hour, and then we'll be completing this particular course within 40 days. 40 working hours. You are supposed to complete this entire program, both theoretically, practically, and then hands-on also as well. So with that particular commitment only, we'll be doing this particular course. And then I'll tell you the timings when the course is going to be. I prefer to have from 1 minute, 5:30 to 6:30 or 6:30 to 7:30. Which one is better for you? guys?
I would prefer 6:30. Selvan here.
Selvan here, right? You are from
Yeah.
Chennai.
Yes.
Okay. So is 5:30 really going to be problem for you? Just checking.
Yeah, the reason is like my shift timing will end by 12
Got it,
o'clock.
got it,
Yes.
got it,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah. No problem. So 6:30 to 7:30 or 7:30 to 8:30. Is 7:30 to 8:30 is also okay, or it is bit different?
7:30 also okay for me. Like anything after 6:30, it's good for me.
Or else we'll do weekend sessions. Which one you prefer?
Weekend will be like very long gap, right? So if you do it on weekdays,
Regular
it will
basis,
be
then only it will be
yeah,
good. I agree.
yes.
Yeah, Selvan, I agree with you. Yeah. So Mahesh is done, Selvan is done, and then maybe what I do, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, what we'll do is that uh, I'll I'll share you the curriculum with Visualpath, and then they'll be sharing with you, and then I'll let you know when the course we can start, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. So how soon you guys want to have this course? Please let me know. How soon we need to start? Next week? You guys are
Yeah.
okay to start?
Yeah, next week we can.
The reason why I'm asking is that next week we are having a holiday here. Maybe on Thursday or Friday we can start the course and then we can take it from there. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, we'll start and then we'll take it from there, and then I'll keep you posted on these things. Okay. Any other questions? Please let me know. Okay. Then in such a case, I'll keep you posted when the next sessions are going to be, and then we'll take it from there, and then we'll continue. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for attending this particular session. And then I'll share you this recording also as well to Visualpath, and then they'll be sharing it to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ravi.
It really helps.
See you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.